Last of Us fans, looks like The Last of Us Remake is actually almost done and will be releasing the later half of this year, which basically means fall/winter. Where is this coming from? Well, it's coming from Tom Henderson, who's a very reliable leaker. He started his fame with Call of Duty, and I think he went into Battlefield stuff. And now he's just talking about other games, and that's including Last of Us Remake and Factions. Both of these projects are almost done over at Naughty Dog, according to him, or according to his sources, that is. Of course, this is not verified information, so take it with a grain of salt. And both are going to be coming out later half of this year, which is pretty awesome for Last of Us fans, including myself. So, yeah, it makes sense that it does release this year, because the HBO show for Last of Us also releases this year, or launches, I should say. So, I can't wait to see what it looks like, and Factions was a lot of fun, and a dedicated Factions game for the PS5 will be absolutely fantastic. I wonder if it is coming out also for PlayStation 4 or if it's a standalone thing only for the PlayStation 5, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yeah, it looks like this is a pretty big year for Naughty Dog. With that being said, guys, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Today we got an unexpected game announcement from the developer that I actually never really heard of, named Nekcom Games Incorporated. They are apparently a Japanese developer, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but they showed off a game today called Showa American Story, and it's an interesting take on what if America got colonized by Japan in the 1966, I believe, or whatever, the economic bubble period and whatnot. And it looks like an old school PS2 type of a game where you're running around hacking, slashing, and shooting stuff with guns, and it looks really good, and it's really bloody, and it's a really interesting take, and just looks like a very video gamey fun type of a game. You play as this really hot chick, which is always a plus in my book, and yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, typical Japanese style type of game. Kind of reminds me of something like Suda51 would make. I definitely have my eye on this. Let me know what you guys think of this game, but with that being said, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Looks like the next South Park game has found its developer, and it's no other than Question. No, not the question mark, it is the developer's name is Question. Apparently, the people that work at Question previously worked on titles such as Bioshock 1, 2, and also the previous two South Park game, Fractured Butthole, and whatever the other one is called, I forget the name of it. But you guys know what I'm talking about. So yeah, this will be interesting. Their job listing is specifically saying they need someone with Unreal Engine knowledge, so this is like an Unreal Engine 4 or 5 game, and of course, it also needs to have a multiplayer component, because they're asking for you to ship at least one multiplayer game in the past, or have shipped one multiplayer game in the past. So this will be interesting. I'm hoping this is a fully dedicated single-player game. If it is not, then it better be only a dedicated multiplayer game, because a mix of both usually doesn't turn that well, but who knows. Either way, new South Park game is always a good thing, so I'm looking forward to playing it. And with that being said, guys, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Team 17 has decided to buy the rights to a game that they previously published last year that turned out to be really successful, and it's no other than Hell Let Loose, a game made by Black Matter, which is the developer. They purchased the IP for $62 million in USD, I believe, and 46 million in pounds. So yeah, it's a good thing for them, man. Apparently, Hell Let Loose is a really successful game. I personally do not really like war simulators, but yeah, it's just a game that came out of nowhere. It was an early access game, and it was pretty good. And then I think it's fully launched now or whatnot, and people really like it, and good for those people that do enjoy those types of games. Personally, it's not for me, but it did come out for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, I believe. And yeah, so that's nice to see that a new IP out of early access is having a good time, and I'm hoping that Team 17 takes it to the next level, since they now own it. With that being said, guys, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Well, looks like we got some sad news. Well, it is sad for me, and I think it is sad for a lot of people. E3 2022 remains to be digital, just like it was last year, and I will be honest with you, as somebody that used to go to E3 every single year ever since 2013, that was some of the best moments of my life, just in general, for myself. It was just very memorable, talking to people, seeing new announcements, talking to developers, producers, directors, publishers, and having a good time, doing the interviews and, hopping around. It was still work, but it was the work that I really enjoyed, and it was just that magical moment for gamers and developers themselves, seeing their games being shown first time to the public, seeing all that hard work, finally being unveiled behind the curtains. It was just such a great time. The conferences were amazing. I will never forget being at E3 2015 when Sony showed off Final Fantasy VII Remake, Horizon Zero Dawn, and of course The Last Guardian and Shenmue 3 all at once. that was just absolutely spectacular. It was amazing, and it's very sad. I also got to meet Miyazaki in person multiple times for private Dark Souls 3 showing and Bloodborne. I will never forget that. And unfortunately, that's just how this world is going to be for now, and I am fearful that E3 is going to be cancelled completely at some point in the future because of the times that we live in right now, but it is what it is. Let us know how you guys feel about this. But with that being said, guys, thanks so much for checking this out. I will be seeing you very soon. So peace out and have a good one. Make sure to like and subscribe.